Oh, hey, Star. Oh, let's see, let's see, let's see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what's so crazy? There was no notification saying that I was live. I actually had to go on my page and to see myself on live. Thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's do this. There we go. So, oh my God, I love this series. Damn. Let's see. Give it a few more minutes. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for episode 8. I just can't. I can't. Let's see. Alrighty. Let me see. We'll give it one more minute. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for tomorrow for this next episode. I know I'm definitely gonna go in on that video. I can feel it in my spirit. I've watched these episodes unhealthy amounts of time and I eat it up every time. Every time. Hi, Cecilia, my love. Oh, yes, Cecilia. I'm so happy you have arrived because this is one series I need you to tap into. I need you to tap into this series. Don't be too emotional. It is so good. So good. So good. Listen. God. You know, the more I watch this, what do you mean emotional? Okay. Okay. What- okay, let's see. Hold on. Ooh, what? Let's see. Hold on. I don't know what is going on. So, scratch what I said to you, Cecilia. Apparently, oh God, that is this is just so freaking weird. Anyway, don't be too serious. Is for me so far is light and dark falling in love with each other. I feel like the more I watch this series, it gets a little crazy and it's just a lot to unpack. So let me see what's going on in the comments. Let me see. are you going to do a live reaction to episode 8 tomorrow? Cecilia, I'll message you. I'll tell you what just happened to me where that's a touch and go situation. Oh, it's the title of the episode. Yes, Cecilia. It's not Big John and Little John star. It's Big Jane and Little Jane. But don't be don't be too emotional. For me, this series unpacks a lot. It's like a lot of ish. And I really do feel bad for LJ, but I kind of do want LJ to sweat a little bit. But I kind of do feel bad for LJ because he's at a space where he's trying to get his man back that he has been still in love with for 5 years now in the story, because I knew he was going to get a time skip. But to sum it up, LJ's best friend was deeply in love with him. And something tells me that LJ knew his friend really liked him. I just think that he didn't think that his friend liked him to the point. Now, BJ is a rich dude, and he's the mysterious dude at their school that he don't take pictures. He don't talk to anybody. Like, he don't interact with people. He come and go like a caper in the night. So he's like a dark angel. And he got him a side background job that eventually LJ finds out. So what ended up happening is when LJ is playing soccer, one of the guys, the ball ends up hitting BJ's car. And he ends up acquiring the ball, coming to the soccer field. Homeboy gets on his knees and start apologizing. And LJ is just like, what the fuck is going on? And he goes and helps the dude, tell him to get up, and then he asks for the ball back. From asking for the ball back, he piqued BJ's interest. Because one, he was bold enough to not care about who the hell he was, which was very simple because LJ did not know who the fuck BJ was. But as he finds out, you can tell LJ is attracted to BJ because he be having homeboy looking like he don't know what to say. But what piqued BJ's interest with LJ is that LJ is very selfless. And LJ is the first person he's ever met that doesn't want anything from him. He just want to have a good time. Like he just want happiness in life. And that's what piqued BJ's interest. All the people he's always been around and he's met, they've always wanted something from him. Where LJ don't want anything from BJ. And the job that BJ does is he grants people's wishes in hindsight, with the condition that whenever he comes to collect something from you, you have to give it to him. Basically. So LJ finds that out. He also finds out that the man is really 27. He also finds out that he attended Harvard. He finds out all these things about BJ before BJ can tell him his damn self. And he finds out all this information through the best friend. Now we find out that the best friend is being fed all this information from another student who's of BJ's class, which is P. Dan's nasty ass. Okay. And he's pumping Poot, who is LJ's best friend, who's in love with him, with all this stuff, talking about he's dangerous, he's this and that. But LJ says, fuck all that, and he gets this man. Hence why in the intro of this video, the song says, you're a red flag, but I'm colorblind. He really doesn't, to a point, pay attention to all the dangerous shit that is happening because he's so in love with this man. But the friends are consistent. That best friend is consistent, which I think him and P. Dan orchestrated everything that happened to them in the relationship because they didn't want LJ to be with BJ. It's crazy. It is. It's crazy work. It's crazy work, Star. But to a point, he is. Like, it gets to a point where he's in a pew pew situation and he still want to be with this man. He still want to be with this man. So it's messed up because the best friend really, in hindsight, the best friend thought that he had the right to choose who he could be with because he couldn't be with him, which is diabolical. Therapy. But there's no therapy to someone who no longer exists in the story. His time in the sun came to an end. I want to say episode. What episode was it? Episode 6. Yeah, episode 6. R.I.P. Poot, but you are not missed because he by far is the most annoying, like literally making my stomach sick. Like, there is an episode that he begs so bad for him to believe him, like in front of other students, saying, the best friend met the Lord. Yes. Why? I honestly think P. Dan set it up because I think how should I say this? There's a point where Poot tries to essay LJ. His best friend tries to essay him. He tries to essay him after LJ had an open conversation, because throughout the series, LJ can't have an open conversation with Poot because he's like a broken record for him to stop messing with BJ. So it doesn't make it comfortable for him to talk to him. Right, Star. What in the BL man hall? Now you see why I said this could be a BL man hall? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It needs to be a man hall. You can elaborate on more information. But the best friend, right? In the midst of LJ telling the best friend what happened during the pew pew situation, and the best friend was like, oh, you can just leave him. You can leave him. I'll help you. And he was like, no, it's not that simple. I'm in love with him. And I'm worried if I'm not there for him, something bad will happen to him. And that triggered him to get all in his feelings, talk about, what do you come here for? And why you just can't leave him alone? Why can't you do the things that I'm asking you to do? Why can't you just choose me? He goes on this whole rant while trying to get some nookie out of his cookie. And he ends up trying to get away from him and bumping his head on the end of like a bookcase. So he tells him he's leaving. When he is leaving, unbeknownst to him, BJ is already there. So BJ looked him in the face. Let me tell you something. They have a knack of talking with their eyes. They talk with their eyes a lot. Yeah. Yes, Star. Baby, that white truck did come. Just listen to the story. Just listen. You'll see your intuition is mean as hell. But when BJ see that blood come from LJ's head and he looks him in the face, like he looking at him like, what the fuck? And in his mind, at that point in time, BJ already knows Poot is in love with LJ. He knows how this man feels about him. He just never really sweat him as a threat until this point. He turns around, he looks at Poot, because Poot think it's smart to come out and apologize. But in the midst of that, Poot is like, it's all because of me. It's all because of me. I'll explain later. But he comes outside. BJ sees him. BJ goes ham. He is fiending his ass out. And the only way he stopped was LJ had to threaten to never speak to him again. And that's how Poot got to see another day. But what ended up happening to Poot, I feel Poot was going to come clean about everything they did, especially setting BJ up to get pew-pewed. When they set BJ up to get pew-pewed, they didn't expect LJ to be with him. And I think finding out through his shenanigans, he could have got something bad could have happened to his best friend, because that's how he started to feel when LJ was not at school. He was home taking care of his man. So I think he was coming to LJ to tell the truth about everything him and P. Dan was up to. And I think Mr. P. Dan made it so that Pook can never tell the story. He mysteriously got in a car accident. Maybe a white truck, Star. Maybe a white truck. He was on his motorcycle, and that was the end of Pook. I'm be honest with you, he's one character I honestly didn't feel bad that he got deleted out the story. Honestly. He worked all my damn nerves. All of my nerves. Every 2.2 seconds. Why can't you just do this for me? Why can't you just do this for me? And it made me sick because Hippie, how are you feeling? Oh, never mind. Not the motorcycle. Was it raining too? No, it wasn't raining. He was on his way. I feel it sucks. He was on his way to come to LJ, but LJ didn't want to speak to him, which is naturally. The homeboy just tried to put himself on you. Mind you, LJ still has his V card, which is the reason why I think LJ needs to marinate, because you thought it made sense to give this man some nookie once you use your last wish for him to disappear from your life forever. Are you gotta be freaking crazy. Oh my God. That irritated me so bad. You literally held out this whole time. And then you give him a taste when he know he ain't gonna see your ass again. Make it make sense. So as far as I'm concerned, LJ, you can wait. You have waited 5 years. You can wait 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, as far as I'm fucking concerned. I'm one person. Yes, Star, it made me want to throw up by episode 5. That's when the started to happen. Episode 5. I wanted to load up the white truck for Poop. But it's so good. Now, side note, the gentleman who plays BJ, he is very captivating. Like how he plays the role, this stoic look. And Cecilia, about the title. The thing about BJ, when he grant the wishes, he's a man about contracts and rules. So rule number 1 with BJ is don't be too emotional. Meaning don't take everything seriously. It is what it is. But when you watch the show, he's emotional a lot. When it comes to LJ only. When it comes to everybody else, that man look at them like he can give a rat's ass if they stop breathing in front of his face. But when it comes to LJ breaks the 4th, 5th, the 10th, the 100th wall in that man. He has this man. Do you see this face? It doesn't take much for LJ to make him cry. And what irritated me is the best friend used the fact that the thing about LJ and about this series, they're talking about givers, takers, and the in-betweeners. And they're both givers in their own way. BJ's a giver as far as I'll give you 1.2 million baht for this. Later on, you got to pay. You got to give me some shit. Where LJ is naturally empathetically giving. There's nothing he wants in return. He wants to do it because he wants to. Both of their qualities irritate the fuck out of each other, which is so fucking funny to me. But the best friend tried to make LJ feel like he wasn't special to BJ, and he pandered to LJ's selflessness and LJ's insecurities. Because when BJ was first finding interest into LJ could not believe that that man was attracted to him. His best friend Gap saw it through clear as through. Like, I hope they give Gap a moment where he really talked, because Gap was one person that called a spade from the very beginning. But when it comes to BJ, they tried to make LJ think that BJ treats everybody the same, which BJ doesn't. So when LJ finally gives him the nookie, and he couldn't bear saying goodbye to him to his face, so he wrote him a letter and he left in the middle of the night, and he went to the United States. He couldn't even be in Thailand. He had to go to a whole nother country to be able to be away from him the way he agreed to. He writes him a letter. And in the letter, which is so funny because it made me think of the movie 10 Things I Hate About You, which his letter was 10 things that he loved about LJ. And he explained how LJ was special, and it took this motherfucker to finally get it. Now. No, Star is more like runaway alpha. Well, asked to leave Alpha, Omega just need time to recuperate. Because when Poot went to the Northern Lights, this motherfucker goes and say, "I'm sorry, P. Jane." LJ took it like P. Jane did it to him, because when he walks into the room, P. Jane is on the phone talking to somebody saying, "Well, did you clean up the evidence?" So it wasn't, he wasn't looking too innocent, but it's the fact that LJ didn't have trust in BJ. Like, you've been with this man, you know this man would not do something like that. Like, come on, let's be serious. He told him that next time he won't be nice, meaning he will beat the brakes off of him, not end him. Like, let's be serious. But LJ filled up in rage, and in that moment, that's when BJ was willing to change certain things about him to step into LJ's world. But he thought BJ did something to his best friend, so he fucked shit up and used his last wish. Now, this is the thing about this series, girlies. These people be making these contract deals through pinching their finger on a thing. It's like a blood oath. And it comes a time where I do feel bad for LJ. And this is when they break up, because they break up twice. Both of them have to do with poop. Both breakups have to deal with poop. But they break up twice. So after they break up the first time, that's when Poot and PDN staged it like BJ kidnapped Poot, which we all know Poot's trifling ass went there on his own, asking for a contract, and his ask was for BJ to leave LJ alone, knowing damn well he's not going to fulfill that contract. But anyway, that causes them to break up the first time. So during the time of them breaking up, here come Cap and Save No Ho, PDN, forcing LJ to be in a relationship in his own way. Like I said, they pandered to the fact that he's selfless. No matter how much it hurts him or it doesn't make him happy, he will still do it. Which it grinds my fucking gears too. But I love my baby. P. Dan kind of coaxed this baby to be his boyfriend. Okay? Now, P. Dan thinks it's smart at some point in time to make an exhibit of all the pictures that he took of LJ, which I find this scene to be so fucking creepy. I swear this scene made my fucking skin crawl. Because in my mind, I'm like, LJ, this gives psychopath energy. This is beyond like. This is beyond like. I can't. he's having he's just having a conniption because he see his face all over the place, and he's just like, I didn't sign up for this. But BJ came through and bought all those fucking photos. He's like, you're not having photos of my man. Whether we're together or not, you're not having photos of my fucking man. And I was just like, oh, copy. Got it. P. Dan was in his feelings, but BJ was able to get LJ to the side. And they have their little moment. And BJ honestly gave this man the opportunity to prick his finger to be able to ask him for anything and never have to give him anything in return for the rest of his life. He turns him down for the brother, for this man to go to get a call from the hospital the next day that his brother got his ass spanked because he thought it was bright to gamble up to 1.2 million baht in debt. And they were coming to collect. To where he eventually had to go to P. Jane and ask. Now, since he didn't take the first one, he has to go through the same thing everybody else have to go through. The only difference, 1.2 million baht, Cecilia. Yes. He had to go to this man and he had to make a deal. Now, what make LJ different from everybody else is this man is in love with him. So he asked for his ass as soon as he pricked his finger. He said, the contract is set. I will never let you go again. So that means he collected within that instant. Homeboy didn't even go home. He stayed there. And a part of the deal is he belongs to BJ. Now, a part of him didn't mind it, but the other part of him, they're still in this rocky space where he doesn't trust BJ. He wants to be with BJ, but he doesn't trust BJ. And then BJ's just trying to get a smile back on his face, trying to get him to be the person he was when they first met. But Poot putting in that overtime. Poot and Dan putting in that overtime. Like, literally, I can't wait for us to get the whole rundown on how they pulled everything off. Because, baby, they put in overtime. Yes, Star. Now you understand my emotions when I send you voice notes. That's why I think the title of this series is very fucking comical. Whoever created this series and gave it a title, I fucks with you. Don't be too emotional. You're emotional the whole fucking time you're watching this series. And the one who makes the rule, believe it or not, to a point, is the most emotional to me. The fact that LJ can so freely express himself, to me, he's not emotional because he knows how to control his emotions. BJ does not know how to control his emotions when it comes to LJ. So the funny part is, BJ's the one that's the most emotional one. And I find it hilarious. It's pretty interesting. But I cannot wait for episode 8 because I feel in episode 8, I'm hoping, BJ, don't you cave in right away. Especially now since P. Dan has crept his ass back in the picture. Inquiring minds want to know, P. Dan, where you been at for 5 years? Because I was thinking of another thought that maybe LJ was collateral damage. Maybe BJ and Dan got some beef nobody know about. And he just wanted to take BJ down. I don't know. Yeah, it was a 5-year time skip. After he left, after BJ fulfilled, because in the relationship, BJ gave LJ 3 wishes that he can ask him anything. stop it, Star. The time skip had to happen how it panned out. So LJ used his last wish after his best friend goes to the northern lights in front of him. He's in the hospital when he takes his last breath, and they weren't on good terms at all. So he's going through all of that. So when he told him he wanted him out his life forever, and he wrote him that letter and he left, and we get the whole letter. And the thing is, LJ's the artist. So he draws this. I think this is another reason why I like this series, because it's like I get like manhole like images, especially when he draws BJ, and it's like him, a live version, but an animated sketch version of BJ, and it shows him flying off and going out the window and just leaving. We had to have a time skip. I don't want episodes of his ass being miserable for 5 years that he brought on his goddamn self, even though it is not LJ's fault. I will give it to him. When the way they literally hound him, they hound him so bad to the point that this man never even really experienced the fruits of him and BJ's relationship until after they broke up. After he left, he thought about everything he said and all of the good times, and he wished he could take it back. So now the kicker is the return. We got 5 years later, because the best friend didn't realize where they thought they were hurting BJ, you really ultimately ended up hurting LJ. Everybody's life moved forward, where LJ's life mentally stopped the day BJ left. Yeah, 5 years later. So BJ, he don't know where BJ is. He said he's been looking for BJ, and the condo BJ had, LJ had the keys, so he can go into the condo anytime he wanted to. He told him, like, basically he can have the condo in hindsight, because he had free rights to go into the condo as much as he wanted. So it's 5 years later, and LJ is looking for a new job. His best friend Gap hooked him up with a interview to work for Miss Lilac. Now, this is the thing. When BJ left LJ that letter, he left something else. So LJ, he applies. He does what he do. This, yes. It needs to be a manhole. I'm sorry. It needs to be a manhole. I need, with a level of smut. It's a level of smut that I need BJ's character. He needs to be, he's given borderline Ian Basti with well, I don't, it's like, well, like one of the greenest flag tops, but really love the top from Our Sunny Days. Like, if you fuse them into one person, I think that can work. Yeah, I'm sorry, Star. He got a. It's that no bullshit. It's like, if he could have used foreign objects on this man, the way he get mad, like the way he looks at him when he get mad. I'm not gonna lie. It's a part in the series where BJ tries to essay him too, but it's in the context of, technically, he made the deal that he owns him. So if he owns him, he can do logically whatever he wants with him. That's what he agreed to. Because he told him one of the rules is, you tell me you love me, but you have to show me. It's a part of the deal he made. You know what? This is tricky, because this is the same way I thought about with Jinx when it came to Kim, Dan, and Mr. Joe. Like, they made these agreements. You made these decisions. Like, Like, I can I really say he essayed you? You agreed to this, especially being that that's one of the. Oh God, stop it. It's that, especially that being one of the rules. But I guess it depends on how you look at it. It depends on how you view it. But whatever. So basically, when he makes that agreement, right? He has to he gotta break up with Dan. But you know what's so funny? Dan knew that LJ was still in love with BJ because for the life of LJ, he just couldn't kiss Dan. He just couldn't kiss that man. Every time that man tried to kiss him, he was just like, hell to the no, no, no. What episode was the agreement? Oh, you want to see? I know you. All right. So the agreement was made episode 6. Yeah, episode 6. The ending of episode 5 going into episode 6. Because episode 5 explains to you how the agreement even comes about from the brother. And then we pick up. So the agreement, the way he looks at him, he was like, I'm never letting you go again. I was like, oh, Jesus. But he looks so good, too. I was like, oh, my God. This is a very conflicting emotional feel. But now 5 years later, he goes to this interview. He gets the job. And when they're celebrating him getting the job, how long is the drama? I think it's gonna be. I'm hoping it's 12 episodes, but it's given it might be 10 episodes. Yeah, it how it listen, but and it moves so cohesively. The fact that all of this stuff happens in such like 6 to 7 episodes, it moves. But I'm gonna tell you that the episodes are about I think like an hour, about hour and 5 minutes, give or take. But when they're celebrating him getting the job, he asks his best friend how Miss Lilac is. And the best friend describes the person, but also admit that they've never seen this person before. And that's when LJ said, well, how do you know it's a woman? And he was like, the name is Lilac. It has to be a woman, an older woman at that. So they went back to drinking, whatever. My opinion, he thought he saw BJ. He thought that he was hallucinating. I really do think he saw BJ. I really do think BJ was in that bar. But when he goes to the office and they finally meet Miss Lilac, you find out Miss Lilac is Mr. Lilac and Mr. Lilac is BJ. And it clicked to me it was going to be BJ when Gap said that they didn't know who or what Miss Lilac looked like. Because I'm like, oh shit, those were the flowers he left on top of the letter for LJ before he left him. So that's definitely got to be BJ. That's how he had the name Mr. Lilac. He still was tied to him. And it doesn't matter. 5 years later, these two are still deeply, madly in love with each other. It is like their love didn't stop. It just was on pause. Now he's fighting tooth and nail to give him the space that he wished him to give him. But LJ is just like, BJ, I don't think you understand. I want my man. I want that old thing back. And BJ is just like, no. I'm trying to be respectful. You're making it hard. I'm overstimulated with these characters. Oh God. You are not the only one. I was overly stimulated. I was just like, the way I would scream in my house watching this series. I was like, this should be a crime. This logically should be a crime to feel this way looking at a series like this. It should be actually illegal. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So now LJ is BJ's personal executive assistant. And somehow that desk ended up from outside to right in front of BJ's face in his office. They share the same office now. Oh, star. I might, but I might have to do it on Twitch. TikTok will definitely ban me for life. I am uncut and unfiltered. I have called Poot every name that is unholy, unsanctified, could possibly get me literally a coupon to hell. And I don't regret not one bit because that bitch got on my nerves. It's just like, you mother. Ooh. How you ruin your best friend life like that? And be them hating hoes and be them hating hoes. Poot is gone. Poot is gone. Poot is no longer a problem. Poot exits stage left the ending of episode 6. No, the ending of, yeah. Was it? Yeah, the ending of episode 6. Because his passing on is what causes the second breakup. Like I said, Poot causes both breakups. Both breakups. That's why Dan used Poot, because he knew that Poot can wear LJ down to the point where LJ is going to choose Poot over BJ if BJ is appearing to be dangerous. His name is Poot. Yeah, you've been doing that since day one. I made up my own names for the characters and got confused because you keep calling them Big John and Little John. In all reality, the one in black, his name is Jane Patrick. The one in white, well, khaki, his name is Jaina Lee. So the one whose name is really actually Jane is Big Jane, is the one in black. His first name is Jane. And Jane's name is Jaina Lee. It's literally one name. But they call him Jane for short because Jane is still in his name. Now, how they got Big Jane and Little Jane is when they're in school, how they become closer after the whole soccer debacle. They become dance partners in a class. And the teacher kept getting them mixed up. So to keep them on task, because BJ is slightly taller than LJ, she called him Big Jane and called him Little Jane and said Little Jane is going to be the woman. So that's how they acquired those names. My favorite friend is Gap, though. Gap has got to be my favorite. I'm also, not to get sidetracked off of Don't Be Too Emotional. I'm still hung up off a knot. Cecilia, any day now. I'm waiting for you after the weekend. Knot is so good. And the fact is, I don't know. If you give us a knot, right? This is how I envisioned the knot, right? Facade in the midst of ecstasy. Then all of a sudden, excruciating pain. Nakun is like, what is this? What's going on? I can't take it out, right? God, I might age myself saying this. I want us to have a look who's talking type of dynamic when it comes to the specimens making it inside the pocket. that's going to hold it to produce an enigma baby. Okay? I think that sounds very pleasurable. I mean, because you can't physically show us what we really want to see. Right? You better have him pulsating with pheromones. Because I know. Star. Maybe. I think we need to pitch that idea to somebody so you can get that read. Star. Now you know damn well they can't show us no damn peen in a hole releasing specimens. They can't show us that. They show us the idea of things. They can't show us that. But I feel like, yeah, we should know. The ones who know about Omegaverse, and if you're catching up on Omegaverse, you will know the Omega feels in a level of pain. I want him to be like, I want him to be hurting. That sounds horrible, but it happens. Jesus, it happens, right? And the coon thinking, if I just take it out, and him realizing he can't take it out. And it just make it to the pocket, you know? I'm ready to be a auntie. Thank you, Cecilia. Now, the sex of the baby, I do agree with majority of the fandom. They're all boys. I think Fasad's going to bring that girly pop. Hurting while he's wiggling and trying to figure out how to soothe him and get it out. Because the doctor ain't tell him that knot's going to hurt. He made it seem like it's a walk in the park. A nice stroll in paradise. Maybe for the alpha at some point in time, but not his ass. But the way the brothers are handling the fact that Fasad doesn't have the wherewithal as far as knowing what it's like to be an Omega and just about the second genders, how, Nekun soothed his visible fear and confusion of the idea of him getting pregnant, because this man didn't even know he can get pregnant. As we can see. In this episode, he was like, pregnant. He's like, how? I'm a man. And it's just like, Fasad, did you not open the fucking pamphlet that the doctor gave you? Like, did they not give you a pamphlet? Did you not think to look up your second gender? To know the do's, the don'ts in the house. Since you already fucked up unintentionally, it's not your fault, baby. But you already fucked up with the major one by bonding to Nekun. But you hit the damn jackpot. Oh, God. Well, no, they're not teens. They're actually like, Fasad's fresh out of college, was looking for a job to live his life. And then Nekun just took him by the neck. He took a bite out of crime. Oh, the lack of information. Oh, honey. Oh, my God. Cecilia, all his life up until this moment. Then the father sitting up there, well, you had all these instincts. I thought she was going to be an alpha. Bitch, he still needed to know. Who says that? The only difference is the possibility him not knowing he could have caused harm to somebody. Not knowing. Yeah. Well, it's the father, because what we got from the story. Listen, that's to be determined when it comes to his pappy. I'm still on the fence with that one, but The mama went to the Northern Lights after she had Facade because according to the dad, he never bonded with the mother because they always felt like they should love freely. And when she was pregnant with Facade, an alpha that didn't like him bit her on the neck, which bonded them. And in the first episode, they really slowly start to decline and slowly start to delete when they're separated from the alpha. Now, this is the crazy part. This is crazy work. Okay? I'm going to tell you how crazy this shit is. When you think about it, Facade is the only one going through it because Nakun's health does not get hurt. The point is Nakun starts to feel that Facade is slowly like drifting, and that's when Nakun steps into the picture and he takes Facade from his home and tells him, listen, you got to live with me. We're bonded. It is what it is, basically. But nothing, I don't think anything happens to the alpha. It's the omega who suffers if they're separated. I said, no wonder why this man is crying 40 days and 40 nights. No wonder why he feels the way he does. Because if to find out, to know that I'm going to suffer more than your monkey ass in this relationship, I'm going to be upset too. Especially since he didn't know nothing. Poor baby. Poor baby. I can't. Poor baby. I still can't get over that. How do you not tell your child? Yeah. And then you have that nasty ass omega spreading his nasty ass pheromones trying to get him a brother. Oh my God. Cecilia, he's going to irritate you. I peeped from day one that he was a problem. He was just trying to sling that thing anywhere the spaghetti was stick. It just sucks it was Nakith. But Nakith is getting the love he deserved now because Facade has worked his magic in that household. He done got everybody together where they united against the Pappy. So, I just can't wait, Facade. Once you preggo. And it was so cute because in this episode, Nakim was like, I was preparing myself for a little niece or a little nephew. I was ready to be an uncle. But I still feel like Nakin has the ability to turn Onsa to an Omega, being that he's a pure alpha. So I think he has the ability to turn him into Omega, being that Onsa's mother is an Omega. It just so happens, I think his father's a beta and he came out a beta. But I still have faith. That might be a little plot twist. I think that can happen. I really do. I have my fingers crossed. But I will definitely ponder on the idea. I'm going to see how I can do a live reaction of this tomorrow. But so don't be trying to jump the line on the episodes. I know you. You want to get to the meat and potatoes and forget about the cooking. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I'll tell you. You'll live vicariously through me. Because I can't wait. I can't wait for us to find out. Yes, the meat and the potatoes. I'm just hoping BJ don't kiss LJ. Even though I want them to, I just need LJ to understand. There's just certain ways you go about things. And not trusting your man. And then the only part I can say where LJ just dropped the ball for me, how did you choose to be in a relationship with Dan? Of all people, Dan. Choose to be in a relationship with this man, knowing that you just got out of a relationship with BJ and your heart's still with that man. And then the way Dan was just popping up at his house. Oh, Poot told me your address. Why is his best friend telling him his address? What's going on here? It's a lot of issues. It's a lot of things that just don't even make any sense. I feel like this next episode is going to give me anxiety. I have a feeling in my bones. But girlies, I'm going to get ready to go to bed. I'm going to try to get another episode of the prosecutor's proposal in tonight before I take it down. It's just Prosecutor Jew. I swear to God, I don't know what I'm doing picking these series, but I feel like every freaking series I have seen always have that one character that just to me. Literally. In Payback, it was the investor. Don't be too emotional. It's Poot and Dan. The prosecutor's proposal is Prosecutor Jew. And Lee's uncle is just like, dude, why don't you get laryngitis or something? Stop talking for 2 seconds. You're annoying. It's like he's literally the epitome of a Sour Patch Kid. 1 minute he's sour, then the next minute he's sweet. This is where I'm at in the series now. And it's like his change is giving me whiplash. It gets to the point where I have to rewind it and like, did I miss something? It looks like this man is showing a sign of empathy. When did we get to this point? I'll try to watch it. I really don't know how I feel about the prosecutor's proposal. That one, I said I don't really like it, but I don't hate it at the same time. So I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm just like in a space of I don't know, but I'm curious. If you get what I mean by it. It's not something I would recommend as of right now because I'm just trying to figure it out. Once I figure it out, I'll let you know. But thank you, ladies, for coming to my very first live on #J Podcast. It's so funny. I didn't realize that I never went live on this TikTok. But then again, I think of a million things. Oh, Cecilia, it was fun. Okay, so I'll do more. And I will see on how I can do the live reactions and watch it with you guys. I feel like Star would be super funny though. Like if she spent 2 seconds looking at it with me, I think I might catch her for 2 seconds. But thank you, ladies, for attending my live. So how should I end it? I should end it the way I end my videos. Guys, you already know, if you like, love, and enjoy my amazing recap and react content, don't forget to like the live and hit follow. Also, be you, be amazing, and most importantly, be safe in these crazy streets. Laters, my beautiful BL